Hey guys, it's John again. Right, this is a response video to Metal Mickey's and also Peach's videos on the 90s. Obviously, I hated the 90s. 90s were just crap. For me especially. Obviously it was I left school in 92, sorry, and then went on to do the college course, which I hated, a business course. It was so freaking boring. What the hell's going on with my hair lately? That's better. Yeah, I did a business course at college. Oh, say hi to, yeah, hot chocolate, because I ran out of milk, so I didn't want to make a black coffee. So yeah, did a business course I absolutely hated. Music wise though, there was a lot out at the time that I was into, and and I've just realised I haven't pulled out a band's stuff, and I will just mention that when I might pause the video to grab their stuff in a minute, but yes. Oh, and another band I've missed out as well, so I'm going to grab some stuff. Hang on a sec. Right, I'm back. Just grabbed a few extra things. I completely forgot about 3 bands. I just noticed. So the 90s were a very dark period in my life. I went through a lot of depression, which I didn't realise at the time, and I do realise now that I went through a lot. I lost my friend to suicide in '95. One of my well, he was one of my best friends at the time as well, and yeah, a lot of the music that I listened to with him, and in the short year that I knew him, we listened to so much stuff, but my video is not going to be about the decline of metal and hair metal and stuff like that and rock. Mine's going to be the I carried on. I just carried on along that line, just wherever it took me. Discovered a bit heavier stuff as well. And yeah, just had an amazing time listening to the albums. It made me, in the 90s actually, because there wasn't so many coming out, but then when you see the pile of stuff here, you'd be like, what do you mean there's not many come out? There is actually quite a few. I don't think I want to put that CD in there, because I didn't listen to that one. Yeah, there was I listened to the albums more. That's what I found in the 90s. I actually would put on an album and listen to it over and over and over again, and appreciated it more, got into the songs more, whereas now there's so much music out there that if an album comes out, I'll listen to it once or maybe twice, and that's it. That's its shelf life. Unless it's like something that I've, you know, I think my concentration of listening to stuff is weaned a bit as well. So we're going to start off with the albums of the rock and metal genre. Bit of thrash, bit of doom metal and stuff like that I actually have. So yes, these are the albums that got me through the 90s. That's what I should call this video. These are in no particular order. I'm just going to show the albums, and that's it, because there's quite a few. It could take me a while. So Judas Priest, Painkiller, a band that got me through the 90s, especially this album as well. I would say that I was listening to this in about it came out in 1990, but I was listening to this in 94 time. So yeah, Painkiller. And I always remember my mate at school said to me, "Listen to that song Painkiller, John, it's awesome." And I listened to it once and went, "Oh, that's not for me." At the time it was too heavy, and then by 94 I was heavily into that Judas Priest. So there we go, that's Judas Priest. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 were absolutely huge when I was at school, around 91, 92 when they came out. Well, 91 when they came out. Lots of my friends were into this. I wasn't so much, but I did get into them a few years later. So, and I do love those albums. Apart from Knocking on Heaven's Door, that's the one I can do without for now. So yeah. So Use Your Illusion from 1991 and Use Your Illusion 2 from the same year. So it's not all doom and gloom yet, is it? Right. Skid Row, Subhuman Race, and Skid Row's Slave to the Grind. Absolutely awesome record, that one. Yeah, got into that in about 92. This came out in 91. I remember seeing the video for Slave to the Grind, and Monkey Business is my favourite song on there, definitely. And Psycho Love, Wasted Time, and a few of the ballads. Quicksand Jesus is awesome. But yeah, 1991's Slave to the Grind, Skid Row. And Subhuman Race from 95, an album I played a lot back then. Absolutely got me through so much crap in my head. Breaking Down, Eileen is the standout track for me. Eileen, just amazing. And then there's then we go, what was it? We're going to go to this one. We got 4 albums from the 90s from these guys. Warrant's Cherry Pie from 1990. Absolutely awesome. As soon as I heard Uncle Tom's Cabin, I didn't hear it when this came out. See, I wasn't aware of Europe. Europe. I wasn't aware of Warrant until probably about 93, 94 time. And the reason that the album that I heard of Warrant's or the song was Machine Gun, and it was off of Dog Eat Dog, which is another amazing album with Janie Lane on vocals. And that was from 93, I think. No, 92, that was when I got into that. 92. So 92 is when I started listening to all of Warrant. And then I managed to track down in the late 90s. I managed to track down this, because obviously we didn't have the internet, and I managed to get this ordered for me. And it is Warrant's Ultraphobic with Janie Lane on vocals. Another great album. This came out in 95. And not many people, I've never seen anybody show that in the VC. If you have, let me know. But I love the song Chameleon, and High, Stronger Now, Undertow's pretty good. Song of One, but yeah, really great. And I remember noticing that James Kotak of Kingdom Come and Scorpions fame plays drums on that instead of the original drummer. Then they brought out the Warrant 96, which is Volume 1. It's called. There was never a Volume 2. This is a strange back to basics album. It's got Janie Lane on the vocals. There's a few songs on there I got into. I do listen to it and think, wow, actually, I don't mind listening to that, even though it's completely different to what what they're known for. It's got a bit of grunginess to it. I will always love the song. What's it again? In the End and Feels Good, and the one called Falling Down. Yeah, cool. So yeah, Belly to Belly. What a title, eh? Warrant 96, Volume 1. So that was Warrant. A band I got into in 92, but I've left the other CD in the car. Damn, I forgot to pick it up. It's by the band Thunder. This is Behind Closed Doors. I didn't listen to this until late, about mid to late 90s, but I was listening to Laughing on Judgment Day when it came out in 92. Love that album. Sorry, I forgot to grab it, so yeah, great band, and that's called Behind Closed Doors, and that was from 1995, I think, or 94. 95. So and then where's the other one? Where have I put that? Do you know what? I've missed out another album, so I'm going to leave that till the end and do that together. Right, next one. Bon Jovi, Keep the Faith. Great album from the 90s. Yeah, this was one I listened to a hell of a lot when I was at college. Yeah, used to stick the earphones in and block out the teacher's voice. But yeah, 1992. And if you can get it, get the one with Save a Prayer on the end, because some of them don't have it. So yeah, there you go. And then they brought out These Days, which was probably the last great Bon Jovi album. Definitely better than what they bring out now. So there you go. 95, I think that was. Yes, or 96. An album that I don't see people mention much in the VC, but is another album that got me through the 90s. Was John Bon Jovi's Blaze of Glory, which is probably the best soundtrack ever. For, you know, the songs are just amazing. So on to another band, Blue Murder, Nothing But Trouble. When I heard that song We All Fall Down back in 1993, I was hooked. Big time. John Sykes, much better than the original debut. Far superior than the debut. And they do a cover of Itchy Park. And just absolutely killer. And what's his? Oh, I forgot his bloody name now. Oh, I ain't got time to open that up. I gotta get this video done. Black Sabbath, Dehumanizer from 1992. Do you remember that video? TV Crimes, and they did the song Time Machine for the Bill and Ted's, yeah, I think it was Bogus Journey soundtrack, I'm not sure, but 1992, this is a 10 out of 10 album all day long, absolutely killer, with Ronnie James Dio. This one was not a good album for the 90s. This is terrible, and it is Forbidden by Black Sabbath, with Tony Martin on vocals. Tony Martin, awesome vocalist, but this album was yeah. The one I've forgotten to grab, which I do have, is Cross Purposes. That's another one I've forgotten to grab hold of. So that is amazing. Check out Cross Purposes by Black Sabbath. That was an album of the 90s that got me through a lot. Probably the only album of the 90s I think I got of this band. I can't remember what else they brought out. But it's AC/DC's The Razor's Edge from 1990. Absolutely amazing title track, and then a few other good songs like The Razor's Edge, Are You Ready? But the rest of the album I weren't really keen on, but I did listen to it a lot. So Wasp, Crimson Idol from 1992, just absolutely amazing. That's all I can say about that. Is just that was played. This is probably, I don't know if this is my original copy. Yes, it is. This thing has been through the wars, let's put it that way. So yeah, there you go. Zakk Wylde's Pride and Glory, another amazing album from '94. I picked this up a few years later, so about '97, and yeah, again played this over and over again, and you know, just all the albums I played here so much. But yeah, Zakk Wylde's Pride and Glory, killer. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, 1990. Now this I love. This is a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Absolutely amazing. I know there's not much love for Pantera on the VC, but I love them. So I need another drink. Vulgar Display of Power, 1992, and you know, you got the amazing songs on here like Walk and oh, This Love. Is that, yeah, that's on there, I've just seen it. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Completely different. Pat Benatar, Gravity's Rainbow. Played this a lot when this came out. I bought this. This is quite expensive to get hold of now. It's I appreciate it more now than I did back then. I listened to a few songs and thought, no, that wasn't for me, but I still kept it. This is my original. But yeah, it's got a single on there, Somebody's Baby. I think Everybody Lay Down was a single as well. I think so. Another from Zakk Wylde, which was this got played so much. Book of Shadows, Zakk Wylde, and this one's the double disc. And yeah, I just love Zakk Wylde stuff, so just absolute killer. I even named my son after Zakk, so with the same spelling. one that I don't see anybody showing the VC. It's not really a whole album, it's a mini album. It's got 6 songs on it, and it is Ozzy Osbourne's Just Say Ozzy, and this is my original. I bought this in 91 time. It's got Miracle Man, Bloodbath in Paradise, Shot in the Dark, Tattooed Dancer, Sweet Leaf and War Pigs on it. And those were live tracks. I think this is the stuff they did at the Moscow Peace Festival. I'm sure it is. Can't remember. But it's one of these old style Epic. Is it Epic? Yes. Sleeved fold out card things. Yeah, this is more card than paper. Recorded at recorded at the Brixton Academy Theatre, November '89. So yeah, that is you could, when this came out, it was really cheap, or when I got it, it was really cheap. I think I paid about 4 or 5 quid for that on CD, and you know, I don't know how much that is to get now, but it was probably a hell of a lot more. But you know, I didn't have a huge amount of money, so when I saw it, I just picked it up straight away, because I was always spending my money on records and albums, and pretty skint. Another one from the 90s from Ozzy, the awesome No More Tears, and 1991. This is where it all started for me with Ozzy, with the song No More Tears, just there. Absolutely killer. You check out the little wings on the back. Yes, played that album so much. I think my grandfather, when I put it in his car, was probably sick and tired of it after about the 80th time playing it in a couple of weeks. Yeah. And then we had a great live album back then as well. I need to replace mine. Mine's ruined. This is my original. This is Ozzy's Live and Loud on one of these cases. And they did bring this out with a metal case. Or it was in a metal fronted case, I think. And I didn't get it. And I wish I did, because that's hard to get now. So yeah, 2 disc. That was recorded around the world, 1991 to 92. It's got the redone studio song. I think it's got the redone song Changes. Then we go on to Osmosis, and another great album that I played so much in 1995. And yeah, at this time I'd met some girl that turned out to be another one of those biatches, and that I was with for about 3 years. So a lot of these albums I played with her when she was with me. She liked it as well, but not, you know, she's not worth talking about anyway. Right. So what are we up to? 24 minutes. See if I can get this in. There's quite a few. I might have to do a part 2. Oh, I'm going to do a part 2, and I'll go and grab the other CDs that I missed out. So cheers for watching. Keep rocking, keep listening, and check out part 2. So see you later.